I
Hello and welcome back. As you can see, Geralt is waiting for us, so we will not keep him waiting.
Do you like it here?
Okay, so the Duchess is awaiting us for a report on our progress on the hunt for the beast. So let's not keep her waiting, shall we? So off to the palace we are.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Bright as burning, even at daytime.
Oh, here he comes! A hero! Geralt's dream!
And what?
Okay. Cutscene.
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not
Now
mistaken.
who's this?
You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's
fast
not
to the
quite
chest.
that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a Witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Whoa, this is work for a Witcher, not for your guardsmen.
Yet when a Witcher fails, my guardsmen must step in. I'll take my best. 40 hardened veterans. No vampire can
40?
stand up to that.
40, 50, 100? Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Oh, no.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention.
Well, that's why you
What,
can't
then,
really
do you
call them
intend to do?
monsters.
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
He's
Try
gonna
to
laugh
talk
at my
to him.
plan,
That's
isn't
our
he?
best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His
Love
lover
to
was
chit chat,
kidnapped.
yes.
He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. As soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know
Oh, at least
anything
she
about the
can be
blackmailer?
reasoned.
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire
Post-its
victims
more.
on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Toussaint, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the papers.
The Royal Sommelier. I'm
Benoit, can
intrigued.
you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saint Tour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint Real, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table.
So what?
Perhaps some Sonreal was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Saint Real. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
You'll take
In
that as
matters
an
of wine,
offense.
Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Sonreal, it is Sonreal. We must ride to Castel Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
I see you gather before me.
Work doth one ennoble, sloth doth one gratify.
Watch where you step.
Your Grace. It's secure.
Geralt of
I was not missed.
Step us.
At last, Witch.
Case is more
We sent
situation.
Ha!
Garlic's youth.
and back to...
Silver.
Excuse.
Whoa.
Yet when
40.
you have not...
Can they fight
How?
creatures like some
Yet or
dead wrong?
monster...
It's way beyond being.
Yeah.
Don't usually.
And they do... Then what can we...
Try to talk to.
I cannot...
Know what I'm doing.
Black...
Hire them. This one.
You do not...
I'll find.
You were to destroy him.
No one else should die. That. Got one lead. One of them's.
You've no... In Toussaint.
Your
Witcher? Benoit can...
it's simple.
That's... Perhaps some...
Sorry.
It's highly...
Didn't stop.
In matters of... We must ride to...
Wait.
I hope you do.
Your Grace.
It pleases... We will... For the duration...
Yes, Your Grace.
Need more time.
Make haste. Time is of the essence. We all await. You are holding...
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must...
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Geralt! Why do you flee?
Witcher, come back! You're to protect Her Highness!
Run, Roach. Faster.
Panthers have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace! We shall see to this! Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Begone!
Dusk. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
They were fortunate
Thank you.
we happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
Come on, Roach. Tell me more about this vineyard, Castel Ravello.
It's the best in old Toussaint. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the papers? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
Whoa!
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
This is an inspection. We've got questions. You'll answer them.
Oh, and who are you, sir, to speak to me this way?
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabrizio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
Some of this wine might have been stolen. Just a suspicion we have, but any burglaries lately?
Burglaries? Not to my knowledge. And a few days past I took stock of the inventory. All was accounted for. The barrels lie safely in the cellar, I assure you.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Son Real. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is this Son Real stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
Now, am I to use my Witcher senses to find out which wine doesn't belong?
We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Consider that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
Hop off we go, down into the cellar.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Now what is this? 1269.
Herveloos. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Wrong wine, right vintage.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Of course, it's gonna be the last one again.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
Got Pomino over here.
So what now? I have to go upstairs? Don't think so. San Real, but wrong vintage.
San Real. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
Here we go.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Finally
Let's see if
found
any
it.
barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full.
Full.
Full. This one's full too. Full.
This one too. Well, the last one seems to be empty.
This one's full too. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sonreal? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Well, luckily we already found the tapping hammer. There it is.
Wooden hammer for tapping barrels.
Five barrel taps. Alright.
Got the taps.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
First one.
Ready.
Step aside.
Let the chest taste the wine. She's a connoisseur of sorts.
So,
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is Sonreal. Revolting, bitter plonk.
could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace,
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
Because of the wine.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sonreal. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own?
Understandable, but
I shall
still
tell you everything, if you agree
no
to show me mercy.
explanation.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court.
Diplomat, okay.
He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Cintrin aristocrat at court.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
How about payment?
The last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. He must answer for his
High treason.
High treason the charge.
I love it.
What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine
High
thieves.
treason for
Sentry and Nova
wine
could be our
punching.
blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal. Relax. Now we wait.
Already at the ruins, okay. How unlike the rest of the game, how fast this is told. Look at these guys.
Ah, our favorite vintner.
Well, they're smelling something.
It's not him.
Okay. Okay. Now what shall we apply here? Alright. That was all of them, wasn't it?
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the
What?
scoundrels.
Didn't I
Let's
kill
ask
them
him a
all?
few questions. Come on.
That
Witcher,
was
a
unintentional.
moment. I was wrong about you.
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You are not the most endearing of men. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Seems like we've
Not
made a
at all
new ally.
surprised. Expected she'd want to oversee this personally.
The master's eye fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call him.
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Usually only take measures like that as a last resort, but in this case, think I can make an exception.
Do as you deem fit. He is all yours.
Captain,
How very
have your
kind of
men
you, your
find me a
Detlaff.
strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
I love the beasts in the background.
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Okay, last
Who
chance for
hired
him.
you?
He'll kill me.
Ought to be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
If that is your wish to
Let's go to
chess.
town.
Let's get to town together, indeed.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, But this Sintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses.
Oh no.
We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
That is true.
Still don't know this Sintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Sintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Alright, who is it? Ah, dang.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Sintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Don't care. Down
Got
to
my
business.
attention.
You learn anything?
I will start at the beginning. The port warehouse where the wine was delivered. We identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Sintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Sintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Sintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
The Mandragora? What's that?
A club, an affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Got a nap.
So the plan stands.
Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will
Oh
squeeze
no,
through.
not that
Out of the
way.
question. If the Sintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We?
Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place.
They're gonna
A
recognize
residence
me,
in
aren't they?
Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville, in Mountebank Alley.
I shall see you there.
Audacious rat, the Citrian. But we'll get him. I should double the patrols.
Maybe we
just
can
in
find
case.
something to wear here.
Audacious rat, the Citrian. But we'll get him. I should double the patrols, just in case.
Yeah, that's a Ravala vineyard. Maybe it's the Hansa they're talking about.
Spirit is willing. She's weak. Ow!
Apparently we have not been hurt. Well, let's check the stats of our sword, shall we? Now this is nice. Again, I did not want to go there.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Do I ever feel like doing absolutely nothing?
What is good for absolutely nothing?
Not to be missed by your...
Stocks and the whip await those running riot.
A returning customer.
Let me see what you got.
Oh, she's got some money, nice. Ooh, the dwarven spirit. Last but not least, sulfur. Yeah, I can never withstand.
Schmerbs. But how about some Gwent, eh?
Herb schmerbs. Now this looks like a great start. Oh, that could be nice too. So which one will go next? What do you think? I think Tower should go next. Yes, Dijkstra will be the next one, okay. I mean, we will be able to revive this one, so why not kill Dijkstra here? Oh, here comes Ermin. And with a Berserker on the field. Another hero. And he is past. Should I go for it, or just wait for the next round? Honestly, I do want to win, right? I'm miles away from getting the achievement I want, so might as well. Oh. So, here we go. My turn to say. Just one card we can revive. Alright. Now how about that? comes back from the dead, destroying 36 at once. Lastly downstairs. Just get another one of these. We're just playing our heroes here one by one. Alright. No, did not want to do that. Okay, that's actually worth nothing for me. And he has passed. Gonna come out straight at 100. Yeah. Wow. So now the game's over. Quite unspectacular.
Detlaff wanted something for this year.
Okay.
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
What is this? I've not had any potion.
Oh, Geralt. I knew I should have taken you to the palace, handed you over to my tailor. Whatever are you wearing?
Sorry, didn't have time to change.
Luckily, I prepared for just such an eventuality. Here, don this doublet. Its cut is all the rage these days.
Alright, now here comes Geralt. Geralt the Fool.
Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Any idea why they wear masks?
Just to see what she's asking.
Likely because they imagine it so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
Well, of course, we are the weapon.
How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
Guess it's gonna be
This
a long
evening,
night.
Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Bellant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaviri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Alright, fair
Well,
enough.
well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress, there on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Koviri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Of course we will take part in the entertainments, right? That's what we're here for.
Please do not disturb. One false move.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs, cast them at the canvas.
Oh,
Discover your artist, good folk. Yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you another art?
Silence. The artist must focus.
A strong, supple soul requires great precision.
so what now? Ah,
That green, lush and verdant as a field of vines.
To vines and to wine!
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pool and grab a different array.
now the red. Okay.
Gorgeous, scarlet, crimson oxblood.
Nice lips. Full sensory parted lips.
Ha. What an interesting effect that the red color is actually behind the green one.
I got it! It's the Soretor!
It's not a landscape, you pleb. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Blue blood is all I see.
Please do not disturb. One false move and ruinous to the entire community.
Quite the noble colour.
Splendid! The sky over Toussaint before his...
Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil. And defiance.
Of course.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
True talent paints like the great one.
The Great One? But he's a dancer.
That's to say, the other one.
This is Let's go. Your thoughts, as you've made no effort to understand. It's a metaphor of the constant struggle for power.
The preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Alright. It is powerful.
Color is but the shadow of deliberations on the nature of existence.
This pain, it's rather...
Works ultimately
It's very...
Bloody colorful! That's what...
ignorance.
That was not so dumb.
exceptionally true. I would have ever loved to meet him. It's a shame. Where are you?
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
But what if he doesn't come?
He'll definitely come. Don't worry.
How can you...
Alright, inside we are. Apparently this is not the way to go.
Because...
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, now all that's left is search the alcoves.
I thought pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but pretentious.
Ah, how beautiful.
We are busy. We wish to be alone.
The dolphin.
Please, we
That
are busy.
is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
We wish to be alone. Please, leave.
Saw a dolphin, I believe. Yes, there are the dolphins. Guess I'll have to go upstairs.
Need I remind you?
Freeing a stone's subtle soul requires great precision.
No? Don't I have to go upstairs?
This pain, it's rather...
But are you sure it's...
Please leave. This is a private alcove.